international conferences. Viktor Fursov, welcome.
Thank you. My dear friends, I just came from international conference. You know, this is not papers which I will read for you, because this is abstracts of conference. But this is my visual aid, by the way. I want to tell you about how to benefit from international conference. If you receive any message about international conference, what you should decide. You should avoid it or you should accept it.
Yes.
My proposal, probably this is opportunity to come to this international conference, even if this conference will be in Ukraine, in Russia, or in neighboring countries. And what you will benefit from that. Maybe it depends from your ideas and what you want to receive. It depends upon your goal. What is your goal? It also depends upon the conference, because conference can be academic conference or it can be business conference. In academic conference, people are coming from different countries to present their results because they probably publish different academic papers and they want to present their publications and results of their projects. If it is a business conference, people are coming for different purposes. They want to show their company for potential customers, or they want to find maybe people or maybe they want to find business partners, or maybe they want to find investors. So purposes of conference can be different. I will tell you about my business conference my business is academic conference. It was scientific conference. Well, why people are coming to conference? If they come into academic conference, they usually publish book of abstracts, maybe abstracts or publications. And there they discuss the results of their study. And these results, they can be either confirmed, they can be denied, they can be evaluated, discussed, or you will receive some new ideas after this discussion. Because in science, if you are just sitting on your table, on your chair, just at your table, and you are just speaking only with your computer, your results will be just very important, maybe only for your department. But what about in other world? You can imagine that you are just on an island of Ukraine, and world either just disappeared. All other countries, they exist only maybe on Discovery Channel or on BBC News. Otherwise, people say, oh, this will be foreign conference in foreign language. That means in English, in German, in French. So people don't know language. So that's why they hesitate to come to the conference. That's why they say, no, it's not important for me to come to this conference. No, it's not interesting. It's very expensive. It's very expensive. Oh, you know, no, if somebody American, they need my results, should they come to my laboratory? I will tell them how to do science. What's about my results? My results are very important. To spend money to go to conference? What's a bullshit? No. My salary is very cheap. I will not go to America, not to go to Poland, not to go to Bulgaria. No, to Hungary. No, my salary is very cheap. But if you will change your mind and you will say, okay, if you come to a conference, you will benefit from that. And what is your benefit? Your benefit will start just immediately after you come in. Still, if you go into conference, you need to spend money for your costs, also for registration fee, you know, registration fee. Sometimes it's €100 or $150, but if it is small conference, if it is very important international conference, it can be up to $400 or $500. Yes, for us it's expensive, but for others, other world, the laboratory, the department, business company, they pay this registration fee. That's your first idea. You should find sponsor who will pay you a little bit maybe, who will help you. And I delighted when one young man in Toastmasters said, oh, I like international conferences because if you are coming there, somebody is paying for your costs. It's very useful. I do not like to spend my money. Yes, sometimes it's possible, but sometimes still you need to pay maybe for your travel costs. But you can hope that scientific committee can help you in some money. They will reduce either your registration fee or maybe your accommodation, or maybe they will charge you less than others, because usually a scientific conference they gather some money from all participants. So they can share all this money between, okay, some countries they are not so rich, so they can help them. The same for participants. And when you're coming, preliminary you can find a list of participants. For that, you can study it carefully. Maybe you will find useful business partners immediately at home. And that's why you can send them email from home and say, I'm coming to a conference. I'm very delighted, but you're coming too. So we can discuss some ideas. Or maybe you have some interesting books or reference. Let's take these books with you. I need these books. Or maybe you have interesting material. We can discuss this material at conference. And maybe I will study your material at my laboratory. So people will carry some material for you free of charge and say, oh, I'm delighted to get this your material, you will study. Yes, you do not need to wait for this material from post office. Someone will bring it to you immediately to conference and save time. And if you're coming to conference, what are you doing? Obviously you should have your business card. Always print it for certain amount of money. Don't be greedy. You will distribute your business cards to people with whom you can discuss. Because if you receive a goal to find business partners, you should use breakfast time, lunch time, and even evening party for discussion with people. Sit down together and keep in mind that today I should speak probably with 20 people. So 6 people after breakfast, 6 people in lunchtime, and 6 people evening time. And you will collect already also 18 cards from another people. But some people, they don't have cards. Nevertheless, when you receive some cards, you should make here a mark. This is John Smith. I discussed with him some projects. It will remind you. If you will collect 100 cards, it will be difficult to know who is who. Either you know them personally, of course. Next conference will be easier for you. And that's why you will put it in your pocket and you will check. Okay, these people, they were very useful. Oh, it was Catherine. Okay, this was Angelina, that is Helen. Oh, okay, this is John, this is Bo, this is Martina. Oh, very nice. You will be delighted how many cards you collected. And so they are your potential partners and they are potential your friends. Because in lunchtime, you don't need always discuss your business ideas. If you sit down in lunchtime, what you should discuss? Usually people discuss what? Problems of your family, problems of your children and of your friends. Of course, people are delighted to speak about their families, about their children. Of course, you could do it the same. In this way, you are becoming a little bit more close friends. And it's very useful to develop your business relations. Because people will understand that you are trustful person. People can trust you even in some personal questions and also in business. That's why, of course, you should use opportunity to publish something if conference publish some papers. Don't hesitate to publish 1 abstract or 2 abstracts or maybe even 3 abstracts. Or even if you use poster in scientific conference, you should publish it at home, colorful poster with a big title and with your results. But do you remember, don't put too many information, only printed text. Put more pictures on your poster. And also make a copy of your poster and attach it here. This is a normal habit in scientific conference, because people will come here and take a copy of your poster in a small size. It will be very helpful because you will indicate here your address, your email, and people will check it at home. Very interesting person, maybe we can contact with him. And what you should also find during discussion, you should remember, for example, one interesting idea. Do you want to receive a scholarship? Do you want to receive fellowship? Do you want to find position at university? Maybe you are. If you do like to do it, so ask people about it. Don't hesitate about it. No one from American guys will come to you and say, hello guy, do you want to get a position at my university? Sometimes it's possible, but not always. Usually ask yourself, so I got some interesting result, John. Is it interesting? He said, okay, very nice. I want to send maybe proposals for maybe for fellowship somewhere. Do you want would you support me? And John will tell you, oh, it's difficult, it's very difficult, I never did it before. Oh, but nevertheless, your project is very interesting. I will support you. Okay, let's do it. This is a good step for your future, very strong business relations. And maybe good fellowship, good scholarship, or maybe even position. Because if you ask another American, could I receive from you possible reference letter, which means evaluation letter? This is very important step. Because you will see the person face to face. And person can give you a letter of recommendation for position. And it's very useful. Otherwise, if you send email for someone of your colleague and say, could you send me your recommendation? And person will tell you, I'm very busy, sorry about that. I already gave a recommendation for my colleagues in my department. But if you contacted face to face, it's possible the person will send you the same letter of reference. And always after conference, what you should do, don't be gobsmacked. Don't think only about you return back home and be frustrated that I forgot something at conference. You should remind people that you are at home and that you contacted with them, and maybe you took some photos. You use the list of participants and send them email. Hello John, do you remember me? We discussed with you interesting project, and I'm very pleased to send you your photo. And how do you think we can discuss it later? So remind your friends and possible partners about you, about your ideas, about your projects. And this will benefit you very much in the future. And don't forget that people are waiting for your ideas, maybe for your photos, and maybe for your projects. So maybe next time you will come to America with good fellowship or scholarship, or maybe you will get position at the university. Why not? You should try to do it.
I'm pleasantly gobsmacked because it reminded, I knew that Victor is very fond of international conferences.